Alright guys, so today we're going to be working on replacing this radiator on an '05 Chrysler Town & Country 3.8. We got busted on the side over here in this corner. Customer got stranded. We were able to put some water and drive it here. So we're going to go ahead and take this apart so we can replace our radiator. For now, what we're going to be doing is taking this plastic off. We got some screws here, and on the corner of the bumper on this side here is missing. Obviously it's broken off, so the whole thing is broken off. So we're just going to take this part over here out so we can start seeing everything underneath and see where we at. Alright guys, so we're going to take this screws off. Take that and this right here. We want to go over and under that. Okay, so now we got this exposed. It looks like this radiator or this car has been in an accident before. I don't know if you can pick that up, but I'll probably show you guys later. That radiator is kind of warped in, but it wasn't leaking prior. It's just the fact that on this corner here, on the plastic, it split open. So that's that. Now we're going to go ahead and take this cross member off just to make it easier on ourselves. Let's take this two here and two here, and I believe that should be able to put it aside. And again, that's 13. Love this tool. Alright. This line here that goes to the reservoir on the side. We got the screws for the fan, and let's see what else we might need. The condenser needs to be separated from it. So let's go ahead and try to take the fans off. Let me get this line off here. We can get this aside. Okay, put it visible that way you don't forget. So that's that. This is that now. Let's see if we can take these fans off. some guides on the side of them, and it's not a one piece, so I'm assuming that it should have either another guy on the bottom or another bolt. And we got 2 tents. Now, the fan itself has a little red clip on the plug, meaning that, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but you have to push that clip out, so then you can get to the plug and fan is off. And you gotta do the same thing on the other side. This off. Alright, so now, so there's the little red clip that I'm talking about that goes on the plug itself. You want to make sure that you keep that in there so you can lock it back in place. I don't know if you can see it from there yet. Probably can. But the radiator over here has a billet. Okay? Now, on this side, the condenser is already taken off of the brackets that it has. On this side, we still have the bracket is off. You can take the one from the bottom out of it. Now we still have the guide on the bottom hooked up to it. Just want to make it open. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to clamp our hoses. That way we're not leaking any antifreeze. And you want to clamp the bottom one because everything gravity feed. So you want to make sure that the bottom one is very close. Okay. And the top one is the highest point, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't have that much water since underneath it. But regardless, at least we're going to pinch it a little bit. Then we got to get a clamp here and the clamp down there, which is facing down for some reason. This side is already free. Now we got to deal with this clamp over here in the bottom, which is facing down. Let's see. Maybe an 8. this hose off. Now, if the car is hot, guys, you want to make it big. That way you don't burn yourself. She will burn you. So you kind of have to move that hose out of the way. Unless we have something on the side, which I doubt. So let's see. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and let it all out. Alright, so where it was busted, right over here. On this line here, it's busted. So you look at the radiator, it has a belly on it. Alright guys, so now we have the new radiator with the brackets for the condenser, the rubber bushings on the bottom, or mounts. I'm going to go ahead and put it in. I have to put in a little angle here. Move that hose out of the way. Push it in place. Be good to go. Now we're going to go ahead and seat the here. Should I have put in this thing before? Before putting it in, a little roll piece. These things are not needed. Should have done it with the radiator outside. Radiator back in its place. Now we're going to go ahead and seat the condenser on the mounts. Before we dig it, it's going to be the mounts on the bottom. The bottom guy on the bottom here. fans in place. That's the shown here. Make sure that the drain is secure. We're going to go ahead and tie our lower hose. There we go. Okay, that's secure. Alright, so bottom is secure. We can take our clamp off. Got our clamp off. Now we're going to go ahead and put our fans in place. Again, this goes on the guide on the radiator. And on the bottom of it, there is a C-clamp that holds the fan in place. We got that. I'm gonna go ahead and connect our harness and clip that red clip back in place so it doesn't fall out. So we'll go ahead and put the other one in. It makes it easier. You can clip the harness first, put the pin on, and see this hose for some reason. The harness goes on the other side of it. There we go. Looks a little bit better. Okay, with the harness, put our pin, guide our fan into place. Put our clip here. We're going to go ahead and put our hose. Okay, that's in place. Put our top hose. And we want to put the marks on the same position it was. That way the hose is clamped down on the same spot so that she doesn't leak out. Alright, so now this hose is a little bit too long. That's what it is. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put our bracket on the top. Take this off now. We can put our top mount. slightly better. Alright, so now our bolts. Put our cover here. Then we gotta go under it. Try not to get caught. That's always a mission. Trying not to get caught. Plastic clip, little screws here. Alright, so that being said, we're gonna go ahead and put our funnel here so we can start filling it up. Alright, so we got our cap. And we just gotta find the proper one that goes I believe it would be that one. Yep. There we go. Alright, and then we connect ourselves here. And then we're going to put one full string. And the rest is going to be 50-50. That way, make sure that we have solid. Always double check. Make sure that we have no leaks. And it is where it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep on filling it up. And I have to charge the battery to be able to get this thing started because this battery is trash. So It will be a minute before I get back to you guys. for the front and the back. That way it circulates through the whole system, and as you can see, it's letting some of the bubbles out. So it's going to be good once the heater on the back is hot and the front is hot as well. And there's not much bubble coming out of here. The reason why you don't want to cap it is it will create pressure. You don't want pressure in the system. You just want it to cycle and take some of that air bubble out of the system. Now you can give it some gas to the engine and it will cycle a little bit quicker. But you have to wait for the thermostat to open in order to get that best result. I don't know if it picks it up, but if you give it a little bit of gas, more bubbles will start coming out through the coolant. Hopefully you guys can pick that up, how the bubbles are coming out. So that's a good thing. That means that it's circulating through the system. What you want to do is you're just going to keep on adding fluid to it. Not too much, but just enough so that it keeps on circulating. The other thing you want to make sure is that the engine doesn't start overheating. But as you can see, there's a lot of bubbles coming out, and it's just on idle. So you want to keep an eye on that temperature. But sometimes the thermostat, they tend to get stuck, and it takes a little bit longer for them to open up. So what you want to do is just let it run for a little bit, keep an eye on that temperature, and make sure that everything goes fine. Yeah, we're just going to continue this process until we got the most of the bubbles out and the engine and the temperature is running good. Alright, be right back, guys. Alright guys, so the job is done. The air came out, the temperature is good. We got a heater in the front and the back, so that means that the system circulated. Everything is running smooth so far. No leaks, no nothing. Barely any air coming out of the radiator. So I'm about to shut it off, put the cap on, and call it a day. As always, guys, share, like, subscribe. Help me help you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.